Now, Donna Demaio is at the Logies tonight, behind the scenes. What's doing, Donna?
Oh, hello, boys. Well, it's always a very exciting time, isn't it? And it's the 54th annual Logies, and I've been here since 2:45, quite frankly. I'm getting a little bit exhausted, but we have to get in early because you may have noticed that people are making a little bit of a big deal about a British boy band called One Direction. So security was incredibly ridiculous, and so they said we have to get here extra early to be able to get through the throngs of frenzied teenage girls to get to our positions on the red carpet. So I did as I was told, and I got here really, really early, and then we were escorted past the heaving throng who had been there for, some jokes, 72 hours, but they had been in place from yesterday. So these are people that are very passionate about this young boy band. But regardless, I put all that aside and I made sure that I talked to our local television and small screen stars, because that's what we're essentially here for. So, admittedly, a couple of international acts always get some attention, but here at the Logies, it was nice to catch up with the likes of the wonderful Stephen Curry, who's, just a fantastic actor and a great guy. Megan Gale brought a lot of glamour to the red carpet, as you can well imagine. And I've been firmly ensconced in the media room for the last couple of hours and just picking up a few little bits and pieces and what people are saying. The lovely Rove McManus is back in town, and he just told me that he's been catching up with a few comedy festival friends while he's been back, and how he misses Melbourne. So he'll always be a Melbourne boy, I reckon, at heart, even though he's now living in America, trying to get ahead there. Who else have I caught up with? It was Michael Gudinski after that beautiful Hall of Fame induction for Molly Meldrum. I have to say, the poor love, he came into the media room, boys, and he was so upset with himself because during the induction he forgot to thank the doctors and the nurses that have been helping Molly get through his rehabilitation. So he was very upset with himself. So I'll let you know now via this live cross that he really did want to say thank you, and also to Brian, Molly Meldrum's brother. He wanted to say thank you. So he's really kicking himself about the fact that he forgot to do that.
What was the red carpet like, Donna?
Look, it was very glamorous. It was nice to see everyone, really going the extra mile. But I have to say, I love the way the men put in a bit of an extra effort. And I have to say, Manu Fidel looking very, very smart, but no tie. So he's a bit of a rebel there. Don Haney, a fine, fine actor. He's in Offspring. He's been in some wonderful shows, East West 101. He wore this oversized bow tie. And then I realised a couple of the other blokes wearing these oversized bow ties. It must be the trend, so you can get yours out of the closet, Barbara.
Yeah. Now, which women are standing out for you, Donna?
Well, the absolutely delightful Asha Keddy, who we know from that wonderful depiction of Isa Buttrose, Paper Giants. She was absolutely phenomenal, and she won the first award of the evening, Silver Logie. She is wearing the most exquisite gown. There's a lot of very sheer, full-length gowns, and I think the full length is very appropriate for the Logies. If you wear a shorter dress, it's just not the right thing. This is a very, very high-end, glamorous evening. If you're not going to wear a full-length gown here, Julia Morris is just walking by, and she kind of looks like a gold Logie. She's wearing a gold-encrusted dress, but I like Julia Morris. She's loads of fun. But, the women have made a very, very big effort, but a lot of sheer material, but still remaining very elegant. Nothing too gaudy, if you know what I mean. Nothing that really, really stood out as, not appropriate.
And everyone seems to be behaving themselves as far as the audience and presenters are concerned.
Yes, very interesting, because there's no host, and people are kind of, I think there's a little bit of disappointment there's no host. It's going well so far. There's the presenters, obviously, and there's a constant stream of them, and that's wonderful. But it's very interesting because Adam Hills made an admission behind the scenes here tonight, boys, and he said he actually was asked to host, and he said no. And there's this ongoing perception that it is a bit of a poison chalice, as you know, that people, sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't.
That's true.
So, Adam Hills actually said no because, and he said, this is a quote, he said he was too busy. I think maybe he was just saying no because he really doesn't want to do it, because he knows it can fall, you can fall pretty flat. But interestingly, he still did, as the first presenter, he still did a bit of a monologue. So he actually did crack some jokes, and personally, I really do think that a couple of them fell a little bit flat. He took a bit of a dig at Bryn Edelson, and it did not work. And he also mentioned Joseph Coney, which I thought was a little bit inappropriate, and I did hear a couple of people groaning. So as much as I adore Adam Hills, and he's one most popular presenter, and he's a great guy, he actually admitted he should have tested a couple of the jokes that didn't work too well before he went on stage. So good on him, though. He admitted that perhaps they weren't that great.
All right, Donna, thanks so much. You're down there, I suppose, for the rest of the night?
Well, I'm going to pop in to a few of the network parties because there's no official TV Week after party this year. That's been scrapped, which I think is an outrage. So Channel 9, Channel 7, Channel 10, they've all invited me along. I'm going to go check it out and have some fun.
Okay, right out. Thanks, Donna.
Thanks, guys.
Good night.